No official NFL Combine this year of 2021, but most seasons the Alabama Crimson Tide kind of fill their own combine, and thus is the case this year going into, again, the 21 NFL season. At last count, Alabama led the NFL rosters with 56 players, currently pros, just ahead of Ohio State. We got Stephen M. Smith of Touchdown Alabama on the line here at the Voice of College Football. Stephen, how are we doing today?
Doing fantastic, Mark. How are you?
Doing just fine. Of course, pro day at Alabama, of course, again, a big deal. Tons of high prospects and broadcast on the NFL Network, I believe. Based on what you gathered, what were the big standout moments?
The big standout moments came from two people in particular, Mark. Mac Jones, the quarterback, had a really strong day, and Patrick Surtain II, the corner, has people buzzing throughout Tuscaloosa with the numbers and measurables that he put up. Just going with Mac Jones first and foremost. People, he's more of an athlete to what people give him credit for. His measurables really stood out today. Mac Jones coming in here at 6'2", 217 pounds in the weigh-in. His 40 time. A lot of people had him projected to run, 4.840. He ran official times of 4.68 and 4.72. I mean, the man was moving. Mac Jones moving in the 40-yard dash, so that kind of caught people by surprise. He had a 32-inch vertical. A lot of people did not see him or project him jumping in that range. So 32-inch vertical, had nearly a 10-foot broad jump. That was really successful also. And then when they got him on the field for the throwing drills, he had 40 passes, but he worked through in a timing, quick paced manner, hit on all balls but one, had one overthrow, but he was able to show the pro teams that he can throw on the run, he can bootleg out, he can maneuver through pressure, he can shuffle his feet, and had accurate balls to the players he was throwing to, that being Slade Bolden, Xavier Williams, Miller Forristall, Carl Tucker, and Joshua McMillan as well. Did not throw to Devontae Smith and Jalen Waddle, seeing how both of those two did not participate in the first pro day on today. But then you look at Patrick Surtain. He looks like an outside linebacker now. He's put on more muscle, and the young man, a 4.42 unofficial 40, but an official 40 of 4.46. So picking it up, putting them down, was Patrick Surtain, a 39-inch vertical, a 10-foot 1-inch broad jump, and he put in 18 reps of 225 on the bench. A lot of people, they project the number for DBs on the bench to average, 10 to 12 reps of that 225. So for Surtain to put in 18 reps, big number for him, big day for him. When they got him on the on-field drills, he looked smooth, he looked fluid, the hip motions were good, the quick feet, really did a great job breaking on the football. So Surtain and Mac Jones, the big marks there from Pro Day. But Christian Barmore had a good 40 time. The defensive lineman put it down at 4.93. That was a strong time for him. Alex Leatherwood at 6'6", 310-pound offensive lineman, had a 34.5-inch vert, and I did not even see that coming from him. So 34.5-inch vert there from one Alex Leatherwood, big numbers from him. So a couple of guys really showcasing the skill set today, but the big numbers coming from Mac Jones at quarterback and Patrick Surtain II at corner.
You highlight Surtain on the bench press at 225 at 18 reps. By comparison, Joshua McMillan at linebacker at 236 pounds, weighing about 30 pounds heavier than Surtain, throwing up 13 reps at 225. So that just underlines Patrick Surtain's impressive showing on the bench press. So as we look across the board of who participated today and look ahead to their NFL careers in this rookie season, is there anybody that jumps out to you that might turn out to be a better pro than maybe the scouts anticipate that you really like?
I think the guy that could turn out to be the much better pro here, Mark, and I go back to Christian Barmore. I feel like he only had one full year as a starter, which was this past season, 2019. He played something who was kind of a rotationary piece, but the guy at 6'4", 310, You see the speed, you see the burst, you see the quickness, you see his ability to affect the quarterback. And the 2 years that he got a lot of field time, a lot of action, we're looking at 15 and a half tackles for loss and 10 sacks. 8 of those 10 sacks coming from the 2020 campaign. So while he did not get a whole bunch of time at Alabama, I feel like that's a good thing because he doesn't have a lot of that wear and tear on his body. So I look at once if he makes this transition to the pro game, the National Football League, he will be a much better pro. Really excited to see what Christian Barmore does in the future.
Yeah, it's Stephen M. Smith on the line from touchdownalabama.com. Please join him, the rest of the staff there again, touchdownalabama.com, and his live stream call-in show that he brings us. How often is that per week, Stephen?
3 days a week there, Mark. Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
There it is. I've checked it out many times. Stephen doing a fine job, as you would expect, fielding Alabama football talk and questions from around the SEC.